Hey, welcome back to another Daryl D video. Today we are going to talk about another Prince bootleg record. Now, when I do these Prince bootleg records, I don't do them in any kind of order or sequence. I just grab one that I haven't shown off before, or maybe one that I really haven't gone into too much depth about, and I just show it. So the one that I picked out is this one today, and it's simply titled Prince Live in Germany 1988. Now, I haven't listened to this in quite a while, so I put it on and I noticed right away that this copy that I'm showing you is volume 2. Let me show you the sticker. Volume 2, right? So they put two stickers on here. They put one, this is actually the back cover, and they put, just his name and the title, but then they put another small sticker over here, and then they put the song titles over there. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So when I saw that it was volume 2, I go, I should start with volume 1, obviously. And that's what I decided to do. So I went looking through my collection, looking for volume 1, and I did not have volume 1. You know what I ended up finding again? Another copy of volume 2. So I have two copies of this. I've done this before many times with different albums I had. So unfortunately, I can't talk about volume 1 because I don't have it. But here's what was very strange. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. So I started listening to volume 2. Now let me tell you what the song tracking is on here. It simply says Love Sexy, Glam Slam, The Cross, I Wish You Heaven, Kiss, Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, 1999, and Alphabet Street. None of those songs are on here. So I did a little looking around. I went on the internet, and sure enough, I found volume 1 and 2. Okay? So why volume 2 has this song lineup, but those songs aren't on there? So I thought maybe I had the wrong record or something, so I put my second copy on, and sure enough, it was exactly like the first copy. It kind of started off mid-song. He's going through all of these hits, and the song that it started off with, I don't recall what it was, because he goes into they go into a Dr. Fink solo on whatever song that they're doing. I didn't actually recognize it. And then after that, they went into Love Bazaar. So after Love Bazaar, they did, you know how Prince he does these medleys a lot of times when he's live. So I thought it was something like this. So he does Love Bazaar. He does a couple more songs that I don't really recognize. And then he goes into Controversy. Now, here's where it gets pretty confusing. Now, I'm going to read the song listing to you from volume 1. This is what volume 1 says. And it's apparently it's a 2-record set on volume 1. So side A reads as follows: Erotic City, Housequake, Slow Love, Adore, Delirious, Jack You Off, and Sister. And Adore Part 2. That's side A. Side B says, and this is where we come in, I Wanna Be Your Lover, Head, When You Were Mine, Blues in C minor, Little Red Corvette, Controversy, Dirty Mind, Super Funky Cala for Sexy, and that's side B. Then side C says Bob George, Anesthesia, and then side D is I Know. Okay? So the record I have, Volume 2, remember it starts off in the middle of the song and then it hits Love Bazaar, a few other songs, and then Controversy. Now, Volume 1, it says that Controversy is number 6 on side B. So it goes Controversy, Dirty Mind, Super Funky Cala Just Sexy, and then it goes in at the beginning, the first couple of minutes of Anesthesia. That's what this record does. But according to what I'm reading on the internet, and we all know everything on the internet is completely accurate, that's not how the lineup goes. So what's weird is it goes through those song sequences, it gets into like a minute or two of Anesthesia, and then that's the end of that record. When you flip it on the next side, because you know this record is like a white label, so there's nothing on there. So when you flip it over to the next side, it starts over again at Anesthesia, starts from the very beginning, and the entire next side is just the Anesthesia song. Now, all in all, it's great, it's fantastic. I don't recognize all the songs, but the sequencing is completely off based off of what I'm seeing on the internet. And like I said before, none of these songs that are actually listed on here are even on this at all. So No Love, Sexy, Glam Slam, Cross, Wish You Heaven, Kiss, When Doves, none of that, Purple Rain, none of those songs are on this record at all. So it looks like, just in order for me to even hear some of these songs, I'm gonna have to find volume 1. And according to Volume 1, these songs aren't even on Volume 1. Remember, I just read you the track listing for Volume 1, and I never mentioned none of these songs. There's no Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, 1999, Alphabet Street. None of these songs are on Volume 1. So it's really weird. You know what I mean? It's somebody screwed up somewhere. It appears that these songs, these songs right here, are not on Volume 1 or 2, which is really, really weird. I can't figure that out. Does anybody else have this record or know about this? Can anybody give me any type of enlightenment on this? My only guess that I can come up with, because it does say that this recording was also aired on German TV, and they made vinyl CDs, and apparently it came out on VHS tape as well. So there is a video version of this, but from what I'm reading on the internet, several companies actually pressed up vinyl on this. Now, from what I'm seeing, you know, the blank white covers and the actual picture sleeve, it's lining up with what I'm seeing on the internet. It's just the sequence is not lining up at all, and the song listing is not lining up at all. So the only thing that I could come up with is maybe one of these companies pressed this up and just pressed it different than the actual song listings that I'm reading. Who's to say? I have no idea. But I need answers. Somebody tell me something. In the meantime, I will say that it is definitely a nice, clear recording. It is recorded from the audience somewhere, so you can definitely feel like, you know, you're facing the stage or whatever. But it's a very nice, you definitely get way more Prince and way more of the band than you do the crowd. But it, you know, it doesn't take away at all, and I kind of like it that way too, depending on what the year and what the songs are or whatever. So it's definitely a keeper if you come across it. Definitely pick it up. But until then, I guess I'll just keep trying to find the volume 1 of it. I mean, ever since his, you know, his bootlegs are like almost impossible to find. Like I think I've seen one bootleg since for sale since 2016, and that one was the Black Album, which I have like at least three copies of that. So I wasn't interested in that one. Before the record dealer that was selling it before 2016, I think he was selling it for $20, and the last time I saw it, it was $120. So, you know, whatever. So yeah, so they're like impossible to find. So the chances of me finding this might be slim, unless I find it over in Germany or somebody in Germany who's willing to sell it, because of course Europe is like the bootleg capital of the world, especially when it comes to this guy right here. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm sorry I can't get more into depth or tell you more about the other songs. I just don't have volume 1, and it seems like volume 1 is not lining up with all of the songs, which I find that hard to find. For 1988, you would think that those songs were performed. Another thing I could do is just go online, maybe to YouTube or something, and watch the concert. I'm sure it's on there somewhere. So maybe I'll get around to doing that. But in the meantime, that's what we're showing today. Prince live in Germany, 1988. And what I have is volume 2. That's all for now. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you next time on Daryl D TV.